Write down the equation for an alternating current if the period, phase shift, and amplitude are 0.020 seconds, 0.071 seconds, and 0.001 amps. The general equation for an alternating current is I is equal to I naught sine or cosine of omega t plus phi. In this equation, I naught is the amplitude, which is measured in amperes or milliamperes, and omega is the angular velocity, which, if time is measured in seconds, would be either in units of radian per second or degrees per second. And phi is the phase angle, which could be either in radians or in degrees. We have to be consistent though. If omega t is in radian, then phi is in radian. If omega t is in degrees, then phi is in degrees. Because if you want to add the two quantities of omega t and phi, they must have the same units, or you won't be able to add them. Now, to write down the equation for the alternating current in this question, we need to find the quantities I naught, omega, and phi with proper units. I decide to use radian in this question. In that case, I pay attention that the period is actually 0.020 seconds. But we know that the period, which I show by t, is equal to 2 pi by omega, or 360 degrees by omega, depending on what unit we want to use for omega. Since I am going with radians, therefore this would be my choice. From this equation, we can see that actually omega is 2 pi divided by t, 2 pi radian, let's say, divided by t, and that would be 2 pi radian divided by 0.020 seconds, and that will give me 100 pi radian per second. So far I have the quantity omega. Now, to find the quantity phi, I pay attention to the fact that the phase shift is given. Phase shift is equal to minus phase angle divided by the angular velocity. It would be minus phi divided by omega. From this equation, I can see that phi is actually minus phase shift times omega, and this is minus the value of the phase shift is 0.071 seconds, and if you multiply that by omega, which is 100 pi radian per second, you would have minus 7.5 pi. Therefore, the equation for the alternating current is I is equal to I naught, which is the amplitude, which is 0.001 amps, times sine of omega, which we found to be 100 pi t, plus phi, which we found to be minus 7.1 pi.